words of our mouth. Like, I don't think some of us understand how powerful the words of our mouth are. Like those words that we just effortlessly dish out are so powerful. It can make or mask somebody. Whether you believe it or not, it can actually make or mask somebody. I've met people that, as simple as you think the words of your mouth are, maybe I just said them. I didn't mean them. You have to always own up to the things you say because words are powerful. You might think abuse is only physical. There's a verbal abuse too. And I said I know that because I've experienced it before. Yeah, I've experienced it before. The person was so verbally abusive. And each time I leave the relationship and his friends are begging me to come back to him, or he tells his friend to beg me to come back to him, and probably when we are together talking to our mutual friends, and he will say, I've treated you so nicely, I've never touched you, I've never done this, I've never done that. And I'll be like, but you've been verbally abusive. And he said, Kilo mean. Like, what do you mean by having verbally abusive? You know me. When I'm angry, I just say things that I don't mean. Yeah. I understand that you are saying things that you don't mean. But those things that you are saying that you think have no meaning, that you're just saying them, is has a meaning or is taking effect on somebody else's life. I'm telling you, it's taking effect. It's injuring somebody mentally, emotionally, and psychologically. You are inflicting an injury on the person you are saying it to. It is not until you hit physically. There's a verbal abuse. There are things you will say to somebody. See, there's a way you will talk down on somebody and the person will be suicidal. There's a way you will talk down. You just need to own it. You don't just open your mouth and speak to people because that is the way you feel, and they should understand it. They should know you don't mean it. They should know that when you are angry, you just talk. Do not just talk. When the table turn, and I realized something, that people that are verbally abusive cannot take half of the things they dish out to people. Being verbally abusive is as worst as being physically abusive. It is as worst. Some people are mentally drained. Some people are emotionally damaged because of your verbal abuse. Because of your verbal abuse. You should check it. Don't just open your mouth. Let me tell you something. Some women have told their husband to be physically abusive because they are verbally abusive. Now, I am not saying it is right to touch anybody. Regardless, do not physically assault anybody. However, some women, because of their verbal abusive nature, have turned their husband to be physically abusive. Let's say the truth. Let's say the truth. Some women, when they open, I've seen a woman when she opens her mouth. I visited somebody one time. In fact, I would not visit. I went to go and do something in her place. And the husband did something to her. And the way she was talking to the husband, I could not stay. Now me, they shame the shame for him. Now me, I was the one uncomfortable. I was scared for her. And the husband just looked away, he just laughed, picked his shirt and just walked away. And I told her, the next day I told her that is totally wrong in all levels. Don't do that. That is taking advantage. The fact that you are married to a camp person does not mean you should be verbally abusive. Being verbally abusive is as worst as being physically abusive. So please, when next you want to open your mouth, watch it. Mbano, watch it. Watch it. It's just like when you say someone should control their temper. You understand? When next you want to physically assault somebody, watch it. Just go out or something. When next you want to verbally abuse somebody, put something in your mouth and watch it. It doesn't even have to be your spouse. It might be your house help. It might be your worker. It might be anybody. It might be your friend. It might just be anybody. See, I know a girl that is so disrespectful. She's so verbally abusive that she met someone. My friend, I have a mutual friend that knows this also. She met someone somewhere. She doesn't know. I want to say this in our Tiwantiwa language. She don't know as the man take be. The man do as something. Don't say the man even do as something, but we're not there. And as her nature now, she was verbally abusive towards the man, and the man placed a curse on her. She came to us. Fortunately, I know the person, and I said to her, that, "Do you know who the person is?" "Omo, that man na babalawo." But if you see him, you will never know. He's a tushed babalawo, like a tushed babalawo. Yeah, a tushed one. Okay, you would never. If you see him, you will not know that is what he does for a living. Me and my friend, we had to go to the man's place and beg. Like, it was then that the man now told us that he didn't even do anything to this girl. That he just hit her like mistakenly, and he said sorry. And this girl just started raining curses on him. We had to we knelt down. Me and my friend, we knelt down to beg him. You don't even know who is who. So please. And again, I understand that now this our mouth God give us. We talk. I know women talk, but you can also control it. You can also control it. Watch what you say. I beg, reduce the volume of a verbal abuse. Reduce it. Thank you.